A year ago today, I went to my first concert. I have been a 21 Pilots fan since I was in middle school. Here are some pictures of it. That concert was like a drug. Like after that, I went to a concert after concert after concert, and I just wanted to do a little tier list of all the concerts I've been to in the past year. I could not figure out how to make the tier list on the tier list website, so here's my DIY tier list. We have Would Sell My Soul to Relive Again. This is a concert that I would go to every day of my life if I could. We have 10 out of 10 would recommend. Amazing concert, like I would see them again basically. Then in the middle we have I, pretty cool, pretty chill concert. Then we have Maybe I Should Have Stayed Home, question mark, like it wasn't that good. Maybe, I would have enjoyed my time if I would have stayed home. And the last tier, this money could have gone to my college tuition, which just means the money could have gone to my college tuition, We're gonna do an order from the first one to the last one I've gone to. And I am going to be ranking the openers as well. Let's get started. The first tour we're gonna talk about is the 21 Pilots Takeover Tour, which is where the hoodies are like, oh, look at this hoodie, like, you know what I mean? It was October 2nd, 2021. I forgot what year we're in. Okay, we have a little thingy right here. I'm just gonna pop them up as we go on instead of having them out the bottom, so you get a little surprise of the people I've seen. Okay, the concert itself was amazing, but I'm gonna be ranking them with my experience as well. I went with my dad, and so I was next to my dad and next to some girl's boyfriend, who obviously was there because of her. I was trying to have fun or whatever, but I felt like I couldn't. So like I was like screaming. I could only hear, like I couldn't hear anyone else around me. So I was like, dang. I lowered my fun because I was scared of being judged by other people. And also my view was like this. What they did for the tour is they did 3 shows in each city. And I was so sad because my favorite song was played in complete. Holding On To You was played completely the night before my show. So that's what I'm going to doctor points for. I really wanted to hear more complete songs of the older songs, but they kind of just like mixed them all up. Visually it looked really cool. They had a bunch of effects like fire, smoke. The screens showed like parts of their live stream which have to do with the lore of their albums. They had a second stage. So I'm going to put in 10 out of 10 would recommend. So next, we're going to be talking about their openers. The first one was Arrested Youth. Okay, I had to look them up because I could not remember who they were. There's not much more to say. I had no idea. I'm gonna just put them in Maybe I Should Stay Home. Proud of them for being able to open up to like 10,000 people. Okay, next we have Half Alive. I remember in middle school, I would listen to Half Alive and people would always be like, oh my god, like Half Alive is like a knockoff 21 Pilots. I texted my cousin and I was like, Half Alive is here! Because she would listen to them because of me. I'm gonna put them in IT. And here's my reasoning. I was just so in shock that they were there. I just got really happy, but their energy wasn't as high as someone else, as another opener, which I'm gonna talk about later. They could have had a lot more energy, I feel like. But yeah, so I'm put them in I. Next, we have the Happy Fits What Could Be Better tour. A lot of the Happy Fits followers are college kids. Really cool. However, I was not lucky to be around those people. I was behind a family of like 5. There was a guy who was like 6 feet right in front of me. The guy's mom or like dad or like brother, someone told the guy, maybe you shouldn't stand there because you're blocking the view of everyone else. And he was like, well, they should have gotten here earlier. And I was like in shock because when the Happy Fits came out, he was like this. This man was not a fan of these people. He did not move a single, like he looked bored out of his mind. I don't know if you can see in my videos, he's just standing there talking to like his brother. Why are you gonna have attitude if you're not even enjoying yourself? Like they were clearly only there because of their mom. Bro, like if you're gonna be in the front and tall, then at least have fun. After 21 Pilots, I learned maybe I should let myself have more fun even if the people around me aren't having fun, right? But the performance itself was really cool. Calvin has so much energy. He's out there jumping up and down with a huge cello in his hand. Ross is so adorable and Luke is really funny. Like they had so much energy. The set list was amazing. So I'm gonna put them at 10 out of 10 would recommend just because the guy there ruined my experience. So the Happy Fits had 2 openers, and first we're gonna talk about Snarls. Snarls, I didn't really like their music. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like their music. They seem like such genuine people. It wasn't my vibe, It was really slow music from what I remember, a lot softer than what I'm used to, so I didn't really like it as much. I'm gonna put them at I just because they were so cool. Okay, the second opener was Mags, and this guy has so much energy. Like my dad thought that he was the band that we went to go see. Because after that, he started walking, and I was like, that was the second opener. And he was like, what? And I was like, I know. He was just so good. I love his energy. I don't know what else to say besides I love his energy. Like, he made us, like, jump up and down. He's a really good singer. And he's just a great performer overall. Like, I love him. I don't listen to his music, Maybe I'll get into it someday because it is really good. Concert-wise, I would put him at 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like, if you start listening to his music and you like his music, I do recommend seeing him in concert. He's just a great performer. The next concert I went to was iHeartRadio's Alter Ego, which is technically a music festival. First, we have Imagine Dragons. And the thing is that my brother and I got to the venue later than we were supposed to. And while we were waiting, they started. Like, we just heard Believer playing and we were like, dang. And so we missed half of their set list from what I saw, from like the 2 songs that we got to hear. I would put them at 10 out of 10 would recommend. He's a great singer, whoever the singer guy is. They had fire and special effects, so that was a plus. From what I saw, they were good performers, so 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm gonna change my mind about Snarls. I was giving them like nice points, but I'm thinking about it right now, like, would I see them again? Next, we have Mankeskin. And their set list was pretty short because they're a newer band. A lot of people didn't know who they were. I was screaming one of their songs, which is in Italian, and people around me probably thought I was Italian. It sounded like I knew what I was saying, but I did not. Like, I could have been cussing in Italian, and, you know, I wouldn't even know. Same thing. I'm gonna put them in 10 out of 10 would recommend. They had so much energy. I love them. iPad me here to add something in. I forgot to mention how good the guitarist was. She was going around the stage just jumping around. Like, she was having the time of her life. And I appreciate that. She was having fun, and so it was cool seeing that. And just wanted to appreciate the guitarist, Victoria. Gave a great performance for performing in front of 10,000 people who a lot of them didn't know who they were. Also, y'all, if y'all can hear like snoring, it's Scrappy. Like right there, like that's his butt. So yeah. Okay, next we have the one and only Coldplay. Before we walked in, they gave us wristbands, and when they like came on, they started with one of their newer songs called Higher Power. Like, all of our wristbands lit up, and I was like, because I had never seen anything like that in my life. I was spiritually awakened during this concert. I was in heaven. Like, it was just amazing. It was just so breathtaking seeing the lights around us like just all light up all at once, and then them changing colors during Higher Power. Chris, the lead singer, his voice is so angelic. I felt like in a trance. Like, his music, oh my god, his voice is just so amazing. They played Sky Full of Stars, and the part where he goes, and I see you. Like, just hearing it like around me, seeing the lights, it was spiritually awakening. Like, that's all I could say. Obviously, I would sell my soul. Now, after Coldplay, we have Willow, and they did her so dirty. She was like the smallest artist out of all the lineup, and they put her after the biggest ones. A lot of the audience is older because a lot of the bands are older. Like, Coldplay's first album is older than me, and Willow kind of just got popular because of TikTok right now recently. She was a good performer. I'm gonna put her at 8. During the performance, it's probably not her fault. It was just really loud. I don't know if she was like screaming way too loud. Not screaming, but like singing very loud, so it sounded a little bit weird on the microphone at times. I don't know if that was her fault or like the other people's fault. Next, we have Kings of Leon. For every artist, I listened to their music beforehand, just so I at least kind of knew their songs when we went to the concert. Except for Kings of Leon, I could not get into their music at all. However, their performance was actually pretty good. Like, I wasn't bored. The only bad thing about their performance was that I had to pee the entire time. For me personally, I'm gonna put them in 8, but if you're a fan of them, then I would put them in 10 of 10 would recommend. They were good. Like, their singing was good. Next, we have All Time Low, and here's where I'm a bit conflicted. Basically, after I saw them, I found out about allegations that were pressed against them, which were very disgusting. So everything I say about them is just about the performance itself and not about them as people. I don't like them as people, and I don't listen to them anymore, but I saw them, so I was gonna talk about it. Like, the lead singer, his voice is just so amazing. Like, he's such a good singer. The energy was great. They had, again, they had like streamers and fog coming up and fire, and it was a really good, like, it was fun. Like, you can feel their energy, and you can feel the energy of people around us, that they enjoyed them. See, this is where it comes in, because I'm gonna put them in 8. I would not want to see them again, but performance wise, which is what this is based off of, it doesn't feel right putting them any lower than 8. So we're gonna put them in 8. Okay, next we have Avril. She was a guest performance, and so no one knew that she was gonna be there. I'm gonna put her in 10 out of 10 would recommend. Her energy, I don't know if it was because they hyped her up because she was a special guest or what. She was amazing. I loved her. I don't know any other songs besides the one that goes like, hey, hey, you, find a girlfriend, no way, no way, I think I found a new one. And then I knew obviously just the only line to like the skater boy, he said see you later, but like those are the only lines I knew. For her visuals, they had like hearts on them and it was really cool. I love the visuals on her screen. Her voice, incredible. Her just being there was amazing. I loved it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And last but not least, the reason why I bought the tickets in the first place, 21 Pilots. Their set list was a lot different because it's a festival and not their own. What I love about them is that even though it's a festival, they still treat it like it's a concert. Like they put in like a bunch of visuals still on the screen. It was really cool. They like incorporated a Benny and the Jets cover in the middle of Mulberry Street. It was just amazing. The band was amazing. I loved it. I'm gonna put it in Would Sell My Soul to relive again. I just had a lot more fun. There's this clip of Level of Concern where you just can hear me screaming my lungs out, and I'll play it for you guys. I was just so happy. I let myself have fun, and yeah, it was amazing. Next, the Happy Fits. We got to the venue like an hour 45 minutes before doors were open, and so we were pretty close to them. And the thing about this show, it wasn't part of their they weren't on tour for themselves, so they just made a random show in the middle of April for their full discography. Basically the set list didn't even matter because every single song ever was gonna be played, and it was just so much fun. Calvin's energy was amazing. I had a better view of him than I had before. Also, when we were in the car, before we were in the car, I told Rachel, let's take an orange. We forgot the orange. And Rachel's sister, Jackie, was in the car and she was like drawing. And I was like, can you draw us an orange? So she drew us an orange and she wrote, we forgot an orange. And so when they came out running, I handed it to him. And he was like, we forgot an orange. That's so cute. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, oh my God. We're jumping, screaming. The people around me this time were actually pretty cool. I'm going to put it at the very top. I went to go see Rex Orange County. I don't even know what to say. I didn't know about the stuff when I recorded this video. Obviously, I did not know when I went, so it's a little awkward. So let's just speedrun this and then get it over with. I don't think his show was that good. I don't think it was that good. I've been listening to him since I was in 7th grade. Had a blast. My throat hurt after. Like, it was just, I was screaming, but I'm gonna put him in I. It was fine, but I just felt like it wasn't that cool. The coolest part was at the end, Pluto Projector, there was fireworks. The atmosphere just wasn't it. During his older songs, people weren't screaming as much. I just feel like it was a little... Next, we have Peter McPolin. He was the opener for the last show that I went to 2 weeks ago. He had so much energy for 10,000 people. I don't know how much people is that in, I mean, I'm gonna just say 10,000 people who didn't know who he was. And my cousin, this was her first concert. She said that she was gonna start listening to him after the concert because he was just so cool. Like, he had so much energy. He was just really interactive with the fans and stuff. It was just really amazing. And she was actually pretty sad because his set was only 20 minutes. And she was like, what? And I was sad too because I was like, what? And if he decides to go on tour, I would definitely go see him because he's just so cool. He has a YouTube channel and he just posted like his tour thoughts. And it was really cool. I really love him and he was amazing. Peter McPolin was obviously opening up for 21 Pilots. Y'all, it was... The set list was amazing. The set list was beautiful. They had no covers except for a Halo theme, which was the band. They played some of their oldest songs. They played a snippet from their first album. Then from their second album, they played a song called Forest, and that song is like beloved by like the fandom. And they played the chorus of Forest, and everyone was like, oh my God, like I was like down in the forest. He did those songs on the second stage, you know. When he went back to the first stage, he walked past me. Like, here's this video. Tyler Joseph walked past me. The first time he walked towards the stage, I didn't see where he was, so I didn't go to the front of the stairs, but you can hear me screaming in the video. And my cousin, after the concert, she was looking at the video and she was like, Tyler looked in your direction. And I was like, and in this, maybe I'm just delusional. It's probably because the securities were kind of pushing us back that he was like, what the heck is going on over there? Because my cousin said that she put her arm out and the security like put it back. So maybe he saw that, I don't know. But he was right there. And then during ride, he came in the section next to us. So if I would have paid the $100 extra, you know, I would have been right next to Tyler for ride. But you know, I wasn't gonna do that. During Mulberry Street, they did a little thing with the flashlights, and it looked so surreal. Like, it was crazy. And then during Ride, he surfed the people on a mattress. He also surfed his ukulele on the mattress. Josh, of course, did his drum solo. He did his backflip. After Tyler walks past me, I realized that he's a real person. So it's like really crazy. For this one, I had one sell my soul to relive that life again. I've been following them for 6 years, and then to have him that close to me, like he didn't even see me, probably. Like, you know, like I'm probably never gonna get to meet him, and thank him or Josh for their music. But just the fact that he was right there, it's just really surreal to me. Like me in 7th grade would have never thought that I would have, let alone see them once, but see them 3 times, and the 3rd time, like, have them that close to me. Like, I'm just so grateful right now. Like, I don't know, it was just a perfect day. That was a lot of talking. My throat is dry. I'm sorry if I was lip smacking. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I don't do videos like this where I just sit down and talk. Hopefully I see you next video. And if I don't, it was nice having you for this one. And I love you very much. Stay hydrated, because you don't want to pass out like I did in 7th grade for not drinking enough water. I have a Minecraft channel. I haven't posted in there in a long time, and I probably won't be posting on there until a couple months. Yeah, you can still watch them. They're some of my favorite videos I've ever made, but I love you very much.